Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Guys, the time has finally arrived for so many of you have been requesting it. We're starting off The Legend of Korra. This is going to be Book 1 Air. Welcome to the Republic City, Episode 1. That's a mouthful, but I have zero concerns that I'm going to enjoy this 1,000% because as good as Avatar was, I'm sure this is just as good, and all of you out there loved it, so I can't wait.
You know, I actually did not see this series.
Oh, you didn't see
No,
this?
I did not see it, so this is my first time reaction. So I'm ready, willing, and able to see where they pick up after Aang because, you know, I love Avatar so much. I think maybe that's why I kind of held back, but you guys just reeled me right in, and I'm excited to watch this.
From what I know, this was done by Nickelodeon and not the people who did the live action avatars. Aang, Sokka. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just so many things wrong.
I'm really excited for this one. Again, done by Nickelodeon. Absolutely loved the entire Avatar animated series that we did, not that long ago, but it was such an unexpected, enjoyment.
Which I knew was going to happen, though.
Yeah, it was a great adventure, so we're excited to go down that path again.
All right, without further ado, let's go.
Hey folks, we have a PSA for you coming up on our Legend of Korra series.
All right, now much like we did our releases for Avatar: The Last Airbender, we're going to be taking a short break on YouTube after each book is finished.
Give me what I want!
Now we do 1 to 2 drops per week on Patreon. But how we release them on YouTube is multiple episodes per YouTube release. So once again, after each book on YouTube, there will be a short break. Again, each episode gets a full reaction and its own release over on Patreon.
Earth.
Ooh.
Fire.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to watch the intro on the first one.
Air.
It looks like a grown-up version of Aang,
Like
doesn't it?
Aang.
Stop saying that way.
Avatar Aang and Fire Lord Zuko transformed the Fire Nation colonies into the United Republic of Nations.
I'm sorry, but I got goosebumps already.
Republic City. Avatar Aang accomplished many remarkable things in his life.
Oh, there's that music, too.
His time in this world came to an end. The cycle of the Avatar began anew.
Oh, I see it too, Quinn. Nice. Did you also recognize the voice, guys?
I was trying to. I didn't, though.
That's our boy J.K. Simmons.
Oh, it is.
Omni-Man.
Okay.
The White Lotus has honored my family by coming.
Welcome. Your search has come to an end. Korra!
Oh, here we go. Not wasting any.
Oh.
I'm the Avatar.
What?
Oh, she's doing all the elements at that young of an age.
Wow. Well, they're not wasting any time showing us how much of a badass she is.
Yeah, massive time jump right off the rip.
Oh,
She reminded
nice.
me a little of Toph when they showed her as young.
Yeah.
Yeah, where Toph was like,
The voice felt like Toph's voice.
She's strong. She lacks restraint.
Right through it.
You're getting ahead of yourself as usual, Korra.
Ever since you were a little girl, you've excelled at the physical side of bending, but completely ignored the spiritual side.
Yes.
That's why I should start training with Tenzin immediately.
Do you believe she's ready, Master Katara?
Yes.
Katara.
Wow, that's
Yep.
Katara?
Oh, come on.
That
That's
part I knew.
Katara.
That part I knew.
Yes! Finally!
See,
Just right away, she seems like kind of a mix of all of our characters.
No, no.
from
Katara's got the
before.
You should've
necklace
seen it.
on. You see
I
the
fixed
necklace?
the fire vendor.
Oh, yeah, there's a new
Who's
pet.
this guy now?
Tenzin will be here in a few days.
And you see it totally different than Aang. She's totally embracing it and celebrating it.
Just
Aang was
taking Nog
hesitant.
out for a stroll. Don't worry, we're not going far.
They're not supposed to leave the walls or what?
I don't know.
Go, go, go!
It's like a polar bear, golden retriever.
Yeah, kind of mix.
Polar dog.
Polar dog, yeah.
Hey!
Well, I don't know if it's Appa or not, but...
As I've been telling you for the last 15 minutes, we are finally here.
Yeah, that's JK.
Hello,
Tail
Mother.
looks different. That's not Appa, is it?
Please help me.
Unhand me, strange woman.
That's your grandmother, Milo.
Gran.
Gran.
I've been dying to ask you, what happened to Zuko's mom?
Oh.
An incredible tale.
How old are you?
Oh, what a tease.
Can you make the snowman move with waterbending and chase us? Wouldn't that be fun?
Emma, let me help you.
Yes.
Look at Aang, all grown up.
On me, I'm not helpless. I'm just
Remember
pregnant.
Aang's gone. That's
What?
Aang's son. That's Aang's son.
They said his time had come to an end
Yeah.
and like he was done and ready
Nope.
to-
No.
Okay.
He's done totally. That's why Katara's that old.
Me, a nice
why they said
non-bender who doesn't
grandma.
blast wind in my face every 5 seconds.
I'm a spellbender.
Were Tenzin and his siblings this crazy when they were kids?
Kaya and Boomy certainly were.
Boomy! They named her.
Korra?
I'm so glad you're here. I can't wait to get started.
You're not staying, are you?
I'm afraid not. Your airbending training is going to have to wait. I have a responsibility to Republic City.
You also have a responsibility to teach me. Believe me, I'd be happy to find another airbending master, but you're the only one.
Oh, easy.
I'll go back to Republic City with you.
It's not the right time for you to come to the city.
Whatever.
Well, she's spirited like Aang. Got to remember, Aang wasn't always easiest to deal with either.
Yep.
Oogie?
Oogie.
Yip, yip.
Oogie. Yip, yip. I thought the tail stripes and the color was a little different than an Appa.
This is a polar bear golden retriever.
The snout looks a little more hound, maybe. Uh-oh, what's this now?
Is she gonna go anyway?
Nice night for an escape, isn't it?
Katara knows.
I have to find my own path as the Avatar.
Many of my friends are gone. Your generation to take on the responsibility of keeping peace, and I think you're going to be a great Avatar. Goodbye, Korra.
We love you so much.
Hey,
Was it Titanic?
that's a little car.
Where's Leo running around trying to get in trouble? You tell me she just snuck below a deck with that thing.
Thanks for the ride.
Go fast enough. I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was it. Just run right off.
Ooh, look at
Oh, those are like
Yep,
the old
bombs.
warships,
Yeah.
except being used for travel now.
Never
Yeah, look
seen
how
so many
developed the city
automobiles.
is.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Air Temple Island. Okay. Food first.
Oh, they better have some cabbages.
Oh, not used to there being cars in the road.
Oh,
Watch where you're.
Sorry, were you in town? Naga, wait. We'll take one of everything, please.
That'll be 20 you want.
I don't have any money.
Then what good are you to me?
I bet we can find a place to rustle up something to eat.
If no money,
There you go.
fish
Wow,
on a
that's a-
stick.
well,
Oh, right in the middle of
Right in
the
the
city.
park.
Think I can get one of them tasty smelling fishies?
Yeah, sure. Do you live in that bush?
Presently, that is what I do call home.
You can't fish here.
You best skedaddle.
Whoop.
Are you tired of living under the tyranny of benders?
whoa.
Bending elite of this city have forced non-benders to live as lower-class citizens. Join them on.
Bending is the coolest thing in the world.
You're a bender.
Yeah,
And I bet you just love to knock me off this platform with some waterbending.
I'm seriously thinking about it.
Benders only use their power to oppress us!
You're oppressing yourself!
She's got a lot to learn, I guess, huh?
Smells a lot like one of your typical girl moves to the big city story.
You should get
Oh,
moving.
we got hot rods.
Is that Dom Toretto?
Tell me that you have my money.
Please, take one of my phonographs.
It's just like Brad Wesley in Roadhouse.
Give me the money,
Take any gangster
Or else
movie.
what, hoodlum?
You're in triple threat triad territory. Who do you think you are?
Why don't you come and find out?
Oh, she's just looking for a fight.
Yep. Oh, his face.
Oh! A little earth bending.
Yeah.
She be.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's try not to ruin people's stuff.
Yeah.
You're not getting away!
Just flips the car.
Oh. Gonna need some road repair and another shop window.
Watch, they're gonna bust her, not the
yep.
gangsters.
Yep.
Cool. Metal benders.
Metal benders.
Oh.
I suppose.
I got the bad guys for you, officers.
You're under arrest, too.
Oops.
Those are the bad guys over there.
You smashed up a lot more than that.
Mm-hmm.
At headquarters.
Got sidechecked by the dog.
It's been in the city about 15 minutes.
Was this Spider-Man over here
Yeah,
or
no
what?
kidding.
Oh, by the hair? Come on, guy. Oh, that'll do it.
Whoa.
Oh, Naga.
Well, that's a bit of a predicament.
Destruction of private and city property.
It's my duty to help people. I'm the Avatar.
I am well aware of who you are. Might impress some people, not me.
Oh.
I'm Chief Beifong.
Lin Beifong? You're Toph's daughter.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought that statue out front.
Yeah, that looked like top.
You can't just waltz in here and dole out vigilante justice like you own the place.
Chief, Councilman Tenzin is here.
Uh-oh.
Lynn, you are looking radiant as usual.
Cut the garbage.
The Avatar will be heading back to the South Pole immediately. I will take full responsibility for today's regrettable events and cover all the damages.
Get her out of my city.
Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez.
A lot of connections here.
Look at that. The bear platypus.
Yeah.
You blatantly disobeyed my wishes and the orders of the White Lotus.
White.
Yeah, he said white.
Katara agreed with me that I should come.
Don't bring my mother into this.
What was that?
I saw a lot of the city today, and it's totally out of whack. Republic City does need you, but it needs me too.
Is this your polar bear dog, miss?
Polar bear dog.
Look at the hair. You gotta have a good pet. You gotta have a good pet. He's looking at his dad.
I want a polar bear dog now.
Well, yeah, we also wanted a flying bison. We wanted a flying lemur.
Oh, they're on the gliders.
Got the wrong gliders.
I'm sorry, Iki. I have to go home now.
Be a good babysitter.
Wait. I have done my best to guide Republic City towards the dream my father had for it. You are his legacy. You may stay and train airbending here with me.
Thank you! Yay!
Well, the chief isn't gonna like that very much.
Yeah, not so much.
Polar bear dog.
I'm Korra, your new Avatar. Avatar Aang meant for this city to be the center of peace. I believe we can make his dream a reality.
I'm so happy to be here.
These guys.
How do you want to handle this?
It looks like we'll have to accelerate our plans.
That's the guy from the poster.
Oh.
All right. Well, the time finally arrived, and that was the first episode of Legend of
Wowzers.
Korra with a ton of callbacks and a few characters we even remember from the original, so that was good to see. And I got a couple of questions just right from the start here. Korra's pet, for lack of a better term, I guess, a polar bear dog. Now, let's not just gloss over the fact of how many times Appa saved everybody's skin because he could fly. So I'm wondering how that's going to kind of affect Korra with not being able to just hop on a flying bison, fly out of danger, because we saw that a lot in the first one. So that's what I'm wondering.
This whole
about
episode, that's what you pulled out of.
Well, no, I got several, because that was what I thought immediately when I saw the polar bear dog. That was the first thing I thought. Like, well, he can't fly like Appa. That's going to be trouble.
We do have a bison. So.
We do. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tenzan has one. And it was interesting that it kind of felt like Korra was a mix of a lot of our characters from the first one. There was definitely some Sokka in there for sure. Aang, of course. Definitely a mix of kind of everybody. Certainly some Toph with how she came out when she was little, like you were saying, Oak. So that was kind of good to see how they're going to work that in. And now we know. Now we kind of have a face to our villain, at least for the time being, because again, in Avatar, they would kind of move from city to city and they would have new villains and different challenges and things they would have to do. So I don't know if Amon is going to be the overall maybe villain for the first season or just this episode. I will kind of have to wait and see how that goes, because they always do a good job of the storytelling and taking us on an adventure. But she will be staying in Republic City while she trains, so there is that.
For me, I got the feeling that, she's like, remember Aang always wanted to push away. He didn't want to really be the Avatar when he was a kid, and he found out he was. As excited as he was, remember all the kids kind of pushed him away. They didn't want him to play any games. So now we saw her. She's all excited about it, and now it's a whole different world as we saw versus Aang. Now Aang, it was a whole new world to him because it was 100 years later, but it didn't look like that much had changed. There wasn't Republic City. It looks like there's a lot more new technology that they started, even with their warships. Now there's like semi-bots or what they called it for their automobiles. So it's a whole new world, whole new challenges. And now we see there's an uprising of the non-benders, as they call them, that they don't like the actual benders because they feel they might have too much power. So now she's going to have to try and bridge that gap to help everyone. And then I love the callbacks. I loved how they immediately asked what happened to Prince Zuko, well, Fire Lord Zuko's mother. And because that was the one cliffhanger they left. But hopefully in 2025, we get that answered with a movie that they announced with adult Aang and clan. So I love the start to this. J.K. Simmons is in it, so that's where I'm going to love having him in every episode, because he just has that nice calming voice in this one.
As long as it's not Omni-Man.
Versus Omni-Man, we're a little bit different, but I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, this was a really fun way to start things off, and I agree with these guys. Korra seems vastly different than Aang in a lot of regards. Aang was very unsure of himself. He was constantly needing people to remind him that he was the Avatar. He didn't really want to step up into his spot, where Korra seems very excited. She was pretty hardcore from a very young age, as we saw. Interesting that Aang, airbending was kind of his thing, and he had to learn water bending and fire bending and earth bending, where it's kind of reversed, where Korra seemed to have those three, rather the earth, fire, and water bending mastered at a pretty young age. Although she lacked control, she knew how to do it. So it's interesting that she has to learn the airbending. Again, vastly different from Aang, but very spirited. And that's one thing we saw from Aang, is he never lacked, that energy and that, that fire in him. So that was fun. I really love the callbacks. The fact that we have Katara here, I think is really cool. Toph's daughter. obviously Aang's son. I mean, so there's a lot of throwbacks. When I had just read the caption, like, or it's just like 70 years in the future, I think it said, I was like, okay, well, Katara was pretty young, but it's hard to say whether they'll still be around. Sokka gone, but we definitely see some of him in Korra, so that's kind of fun as well. It was interesting to see her come in and throw down against the gangsters and stuff like that. I found it very intriguing, kind of the plot and the challenges that she's going to face, because in The Last Airbender with Avatar, the one last that we watched with Aang, it was like you're fighting the Fire Nation, a very clear-cut group of bad guys with a bad guy leader, and now you have more of the city dynamics, and instead of being just the hero that needs to take down the bad guy, now you need to manage the people, and you have multiple problems in the city. Uprisings, homelessness is for what we can take it for. But so she's got her work cut out for her in a very different way, it looks like, than Aang had. It doesn't seem as dire necessarily, with Aang. It was like
the comet's coming.
The Fire Lord was going to take over the world.
There was a countdown.
There was a comet coming. They were going to burn everything. So there seemed to be a lot more drastic consequences if Aang was to fail. But obviously this is just the first episode. We don't have the whole story. We know there's an uprising. We know there's government problems or whatever you want to call it in the city. But again, a very different storyline as far as what it looks like to be the hero here. When she was in front of the microphones and stuff, it's like almost like she Batman. I'm gonna do my best to help, and I don't really have a plan.
Well, she was kind of honest with that, being like, I don't really have a plan, because she's got to do her training and then go. But
the one thing that she has that's a lot different, Aang had to go looking for people to help train him. He had to travel all over the globe, where she was pretty effective. She was in a place that had people working with her on her firebending and things.
Katara.
And now she has, and now she's got Tenzin to help with her airbending. So it seems like the people that need to help her to be at her best are much more accessible and within arm's reach than what Aang had. Aang had to hop on, and fly all over the world.
Yeah.
But part of that is it brought us all the adventures that we saw in the original Avatar series. So it is going to be very interesting. I did love the polar bear dog. I love that we have another bison. I'm wondering, it didn't really hit me until after. I wonder if Korra's going to get her own bison, maybe, or if her polar bear dog is going to be kind of the new Appa in this series. But I'm just really excited. The only thing that I'm a little down about is honestly, it's just our recording schedule here for the channel, because the first one, it was like, okay, we'll hit this episode, we'll hit the episode, and like as I got more into it, the harder and harder it got not to go home and just binge through it on a whole weekend. And now I love this first one, and I'm like, okay, now I got 8. How many seasons and episodes?
I think this was they have about a 60 as well as what
Is it really that long?
I believe so. It's another.
I think it's at least four seasons. I think
something like that. Just let us know in there. But it's. I mean,
so we're in for
excited.
A long ride with this. Huh?
Well, but it's going to be a fun one, just like the last one. It's going to be even more fun for me this time around. I mean, granted, it was a lot of fun watching them have their first reactions. So now you get to see us three with you lucky ones already knowing, and so you're gonna know the key spots, which I kind of did last time. Now I don't at all, so I'm definitely excited for that.
Yeah, and the last thing I want to kind of end with is that and you touched on a little bit, Oak, as well, where this is a totally different world now, where the bending of all the elements was like so crazy and amazing to everybody. Like now they have technology at such a level, like we saw they have electricity and cars and radios and everything else, and it's like, have they kind of moved on from the magic of what the Avatar is and what they're needed to do to keep balance and peace in the world?
Well, you saw Korra's home was still kind of in the last century versus Republic City, which was like the newest of them.
You know, it's kind of just like, and this just popped in my head. It almost feels like the Hunger Games a little bit.
A little bit.
Like you got the capital, you know, where everybody, you know, all the other districts are, you know, 100 years behind. And the capital's got bullet
Arcane,
trains
where
and
they have
stuff.
all the tech. And
Oh yeah, Arcane, yeah, kind of a common theme.
So there we have it. One down, plenty to go. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. And we'll catch you on the next one, pals.
Oh,
Buzzard Wasps won with a decisive knockout. What do you say we go to the arena tonight?
You're here to finish your Avatar training. So for the time being, I want you to remain on the island.
Is that why you're keeping the White Lotus sentries around to watch my every move?
Yes.
Tenzan, no fun.
Anybody else getting the vibe that she's gonna sneak on in?
Oh,
anyhow?
come on. It's kind of...
So my mother informed me that you've
Flying
never
lemur.
been able to airbend before.
Yes.
Often the element that's the most difficult for the Avatar to master is the one most opposite to the Avatar's personality. For Aang, it was earthbending.
Oh, I thought fire was his most difficult.
Let's begin your first lesson.
Here we go.
Well, firebending, he refused to want to learn it because he hurt Katara.
Yep, I gotcha.
The goal is to weave your way through the gates and make it to the other side without touching them.
Seems easy enough.
The key is to be like the leaf.
In the wind.
Airbending is all about spiral movements. You must be able to switch direction at a moment's notice.
Whoa.
Badass.
What?
Let's do this.
Got a montage coming up here.
Literally hit everyone.
Is she still on this? Yeah, I was hoping she'd be on the same side.
Don't force your way through.
And back out the wrong side even. Well, day one didn't go so hot.
What is wrong with me? Airbend!
The dog.
Maybe I'm just not cut out to be an airbender, huh, Naga?
Republic City's pro bending arena.
Think it's going to be like wrestling?
This next match is gonna be a doozy. This Mako's got moxie.
He's got moxie.
Clock is winding down. Can Yomo hold on? The fire ferrets line up the strength.
I thought I made myself clear.
You didn't say anything about listening to one.
You know what I meant. Shouldn't you be in bed by now?
Oh, gave her a little air bending on the way out.
Yeah.
Let your mind and your spirit be free, for air is the element of freedom.
You're telling me to embrace freedom, but you won't even let me listen to the radio?
Look at Milo. He's able to meditate peacefully.
He's got a snot bubble.
He's just out cold.
Actually, I think he's asleep.
At least he has the relaxing part down.
I'm gonna go get a glass of lychee juice.
The meditation's not over yet.
Daddy, can I have some lychee juice too?
No.
That totally reminded me of like Aang.
Yeah, they're kind of modeling that little guy after Aang a lot. Doesn't it seem that way?
There's so many times that Korra reminds me of Sokka, too. It's like the sense of humor.
Sense of humor, but not like the sense
She's a very solid mix of like Katara and Sokka, it seems like.
Yeah.
Well,
she's swimming over.
Well, remember, Katara is her... Oh, wait. No.
Wow.
I don't think she's any relation to Katara.
Direct disobeyment.
Yeah.
Again.
Your jacket is now dry.
What are you doing in my gym?
I was just looking for a bathroom and I got lost.
You know, I'm sick and tired of you kids sneaking in without paying.
She's with me. We're together.
Well, not together, more like friends. Seriously, thanks. Unbelievable.
Oh, interesting.
Name's Bolin, by the way. You have to stop bringing your crazy fangirls in here before the matches. Come on, Mako.
Mako? Oh my God, is that a... Oh, that's awesome.
Nice little shout out.
I want you to meet my brother.
Wow, I heard you play on the radio. Or I could meet him later.
My brother just gets real focused before a match. I gotta go. Wish me luck.
Knock him out.
What are we about to watch here, guys?
Screaming.
The two teams waste no time. time trying to blast each other out of Zone 1.
Okay, so they can pull water up through the gates.
Yep.
He tries to return the favor, but then
Okay, they can do some earth bending with those discs.
I got some fire.
Yeah, they're pretty much doing all the elements.
Can their teammate hold on to their Zone 1 territory?
Oh.
Marco's over the line. The Tigadillos get the green light and advance.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I see.
Looks like
These guys are getting worked.
And Hasuk takes a dip.
Ooh.
That is really cool the way how they have that set up.
Yeah.
Come on, Hasuk, get your act together.
Oh. All right, there we go.
The fire ferret cinched around.
It's a lot cooler than I had anticipated it being.
Hasuk stumbles into his teammate. He and Bolin better untangle quick if they don't.
Oh.
Oh.
It's all up to Mako now. He's weaving and bobbing, but he's not hitting back. It seems his plan is to let the Tigadillos punch themselves out. And his
Oh, look at that.
Mako is on the offensive.
Oh, is he going to do it?
I can't even see where the fire ferret is.
Oh! Little Superman fire punch.
A little bit. Wingdinger!
Winning the match for the fire ferrets.
That.
Let me guess. Korra's going to be in. Ah, there it is. Oh, boy.
One more win, and we're in the championship tournament.
That was amazing!
You almost cost us the match. Get off my case, pal.
Pal.
Oh.
A little bit of Prince Zuko.
You guys were incredible out there.
Oh, you're still here?
Reminds me of Zuko a little bit, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I can show you the basics. I'm just not sure how my earth bending would translate to your water bending.
I'm actually an earthbender.
I didn't mean to assume.
I'm a waterbender and a firebender.
Mm-hmm.
Is the brother in the background doesn't buying it?
You're the Avatar and the
Both are true.
That sounded just
That's
like
Sokka, the facial expressions.
Yeah, that was Sokka.
the Avatar.
Stay light on your toes, then pop up.
Let me try it again.
Not bad. I think I'm gonna turn in. Nice to meet you, Avatar Korra.
Been a real pleasure.
See you upstairs, bro.
You guys live here?
In the attic. Back to bending.
Oh, she can be all.
Oh, back to airbending.
Oh, she a little further. Oh, well.
Yeah, she's not going with the flow.
Oh, Jesus. She just wrecked the whole thing.
That was a 2,000-year-old historical treasure.
Maybe the reason I haven't learned airbending yet is because you're a terrible teacher.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're a terrible teacher, Daddy.
That sounds like whatever year old he is.
I don't know how to get through to her. You must promise me that your teenage years won't be like this.
I will make no such promises.
You know, that's the thing. Like when Aang, he was what, 9 or 10?
Yeah, he was so
10.
much younger.
He was 10. And now Korra's a teenager, so it's like.
Hasuk's a no good, no show.
You got 2 minutes to come out ready to play, or you're
Well, it's
disqualified.
like the Avatar's going to have to step up.
How about me?
I'd rather forfeit than look like a fool out there.
You in or out?
We're in.
We are?
Yes. You can thank me later.
This girl is crazy.
Well, we'll find out how crazy she is.
Let's see if she's another diamond in the rough like the brothers from the School of Hard Knocks.
Don't do anything too fancy or aggressive. Just try not to get knocked off the ring.
Oh, boy, this isn't going to sit well.
Penalty. Move back 1 zone.
You're only allowed to knock players off the back of the ring.
And we're back in action after that hiccup.
Foul. Over the line. Move back
Oh.
to zone 3.
Mark it 0.
Mark it 0, dude.
And they are focusing the brunt of their bending on this poor girl.
She's going to go nuts and do some other stuff.
Did that waterbender just earth bend?
Foul, I think.
Did I see that right? I think this replacement player could be. She's the Avatar, folk, playing in a
Getting twitchy on the eye.
The Avatar will be permitted to continue so long as she solely bends water.
They're giving her their best, and her best ain't good enough to stop it.
Oh, in the drink.
She's in the drink.
Here we go.
Once again, you have flagrantly disobeyed my orders. So I am ordering you to come back to the temple right now.
So I can sit around and meditate about how bad I am at airbending? This is what I need to learn.
Being the Avatar isn't all about fighting, Korra.
I have a match to go finish.
Round 3.
They're corralled in the corner, wedged in the edge of Zone 1. She's been pushed back to Zone 3, and the water is calling her name. It's only a matter of time before... Hold the phone. Stop.
Oh, look at what she's
getting
doing.
at.
He's moving like an entirely different player. All of a sudden...
Is this how she's learning to airbend?
Yep, just like going through the swinging doors.
The platypus bears have no juice left, but Mako and Bolin are still fresh and
Fresh and juicy. She's going to get disqualified. She's airbending.
Well, she's just jumping around. Got some ups. They caught him.
Tenzin.
Doing the Hollywood Hogan.
You really came alive in that last round.
But I can't take all the credit. Someone else taught me those moves.
Well, look at that.
I'm really sorry.
I think I owe you an apology, too. I was trying to teach you about patience, but I lost mine. By the way, you were really good out there tonight.
You stayed and watched?
Pro bending turned out to be the perfect teaching tool for you.
I'll see you tomorrow for airbending practice. By the way, I kind of permanently joined the Fire Ferrets and we're playing in the tournament in a couple of weeks.
It's looking kind of dreamy-eyed at the island.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Remind you of somebody?
Oh, boy.
Just like that. That's episode 2, folks. And
man, oh my God, Oak, you were so right with the whole. I could just sit here and watch for the next hour.
Just keep going. No,
just
I
keep
can.
Going.
I can definitely see how they're starting to go with this. You know, with Tenzin and Korra, they were just kind of button heads, and they both had good intentions, but in the end, they just had to find the right method and the right way for them to kind of both come together and understand things. And for Korra, it was something a little bit more aggressive, kind of like she had to be in the field of play or the field of battle to kind of have it click like it did. And then she was able to start moving like an airbender. So that was pretty cool. Because you wondered where they were going to go with that. Was she just going to keep butting heads with Tenzin and they were going to keep fighting and that was going to be drawn out, but it was good to see it come to a resolution here. And we got some introduction of some new characters. I can definitely see the brothers having some issues here because I think Bolin was, a little bit sweet on Korra.
Are they brothers?
And then I thought they were. He said it's my brother.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Really? So one's a firebender and one's an earthbender. Because the one has the red eyes and the other had the green.
I thought they were brothers. Maybe not.
Yeah, but anyways, even if they aren't brothers, I think there's going to be a little competition for the new girl in town, maybe between those two. The way they did that last shot with them looking out the window. So this has been a lot of fun.
Love.
The kids, Tenzin's kids, are just total comic relief, and they're a lot of fun. J.K. Simmons, of course, is excellent in his role. And, I really, really like the Korra character here because she's such a mix of, characters we already know. So it almost feels like you kind of know her already. And you have like an attachment or whatever you want to call it where you kind of get the character. So this is great. And we're only on episode 2.
Well, we saw the little teaser of Momo, so that was pretty nice to see as well. Obviously, it probably wasn't Momo, sadly, but it sounded like the same exact sound, so maybe it was the same exact voice actor that did it. But for me, it was the whole... Why she couldn't get airbending is because you saw it throughout her training as a kid. She was always fighting, right? So that whereas airbending, it's not about fighting; it's about the meditation and everything. So that's why it's such a styles clash for her that it took her an arena that, like, hey, nobody here is using the airbending because they're either water, earth, or fire,
Yep.
and it seemed like those are the big 3 to go. And even in Republic City, where Master Tenzin is part of the higher ups, right?
Yep.
He's part of part of that. Where like So you'd think some airbending would be involved in this pro bending arena, but apparently not. So her doing those moves is going to really help them out on the battlefield, so to speak. So this has just been fun. So I can't wait to keep going. And I love the little at the end where he had to walk off because he couldn't show too much. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this ride.
And we have to mention the shout out to Mako or Mako, however the name is pronounced. Definitely
the original voice of Uncle Iroh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this was so much fun. You know, and it's interesting because what year did this come out?
I think this one's a lot more recent, or at least I don't think we had how the animation and Avatar kind of got better as it went. It seemed like this one, it's really good right from the start.
I'm curious. So, we're all a little older, probably same age as a bunch of our followers, maybe a little older, maybe a little younger. But it's interesting, like when we were in school pre-social media and kind of, during the internet and stuff, 2012, there wasn't a lot of discussion about different learning styles and things like that and how, younger people, kind of can differ vastly as far as the way they learn and the way they absorb knowledge and things like that. And, I think now, fast forward to 2023, with school systems, you still have to have a basic curriculum, but I think it's much more understood now that people can learn much differently. And for myself, I never got anything from books. I would read, 5 pages back. I forgot what I read. And at the time when I was in school, if you wanted to watch something, if you wanted to watch the documentary or the movie, you were just being lazy or whatever. It was never even considered that maybe I don't learn as well reading versus absorbing visual information. And this kind of hit for me because it was like that, I always learn better watching something. I could watch a documentary or something and just absorb all the information. And if you gave me a book on a subject and let me watch the same documentary and then gave me the test, I would score 5 times better on the test if I watched the documentary. And so I like the fact that they, you had this teacher who, this is how it's always done. This is how you have to learn this.
Very rigid.
This is how you learn to be an avatar. And she had a different personality. She was different altogether. And the way that she needed to learn it maybe wasn't the traditional way. And it was nice to see him realize, like, okay, this is what Answer's got the Wikipedia page up. I didn't know.
I was going to do a shout out to him.
Mako was Bud from Married with Children. That is awesome that he's doing voice work. But in any regard, my point is that I think it was really, really cool, even for 2012, for them to show like she just learns different. And look, I'm guessing this isn't a new concept, people learning different. But like I said, pre-social media, pre-internet, I don't recall growing up and have anybody question the education system. And look, like I said, I understand there's still a place, math, history, all that good stuff. But it's nice to just acknowledge that people learn differently. And I think that's an important lesson here, that one works for one person, doesn't always work for the next, but you could end up with the same outcome with somebody being really skilled at something. It was a fun episode. I loved the original, but 2 episodes in, like, I am loving this. Yeah. And that arena, like how they did that, I thought was so creative, how they had the different lines. I saw recently, it was a game where like you have a string and a hook and you have to swing it and it's got to land on the hook. Yeah. And then you move like a shot glass back and forth. Yeah. If you get it on the hook, you move it towards them. If you get it on the hook, you move it another one, and you move it another one, and then it's back and forth until it gets to the end. And that kind of reminded me of that. But the way they had the layers and everything, and it was just, you have to make up a sport.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like somebody's got to sit down. I was like, well, they made up Quidditch for Harry Potter. It's like, who made this up? But somebody had to sit down and make up a sport. But it didn't even feel like a fake sport. I mean, this felt like...
It was like instantly you got it.
You could use... Yeah, it was easily explained. You could use this as a, as a platform for some other sporting competition today even. Like imagine if you had dodgeball and when you get hit, instead of going out, you went to your
area got less and less.
Yeah, you had to step back, and then you had to step back until you were the final, and you could work your way back up instead of just, I think it would be cool. But this was a really fun episode. I loved the development we got with Korra's character. I loved that we saw Tenzin kind of come around a little bit to, okay, she has to learn in her own way. And they were apologetic to each other. So there's not like this awkward tension. I'm sure, at least I'm confident, that we're going to see a lot more tension between those two as the story develops. But honestly, guys, I'm so excited that we have like another 60 episodes of this, because
52 total.
This is okay, so 52. So we're
50
2
episodes
in,
out.
50 down, and it's going to be so much fun. I'm just really excited. Like, I don't know when the last time I was this excited was. So,
shout out to Eva Marie Saint, who played Katara in here. Check her out in North by Northwest.
And it also, they are brothers.
Yep.
One's a firebending,
thought.
the other's earth, and then he is named for the actor for Iroh for the first 2
Yep.
seasons,
See, beautiful.
which is amazing.
That's awesome.
That's cool. Shout
So
out.
for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.
A chance encounter turns Korra from pro-bending
Love the
spectator
old
to
newsreel.
pro-bending star.
Yeah.
Fire ferrets earn a place in the championship tournament. Anti-bending revolution brews in Republic City. Who are the equalists, and what nefarious plan?
nefarious plan.
What's the big idea with making me train this early in the morning?
We gotta get you up to speed if we want to survive in the tournament. Deal with it.
You deal with it.
There are my little hard-working street urchins.
Oh, who's this guy?
Street urchins.
Oh,
Butaka. I run this whole pro-bending shebang.
He's the Booker man.
First, you owe me for the Avatar's new gear. Personal loan for groceries.
He literally took it all back.
Fire ferrets need to ante up 30,000 yuans for the championship pot.
30,000 yuans?
You got till the end of the week to come up with the dough, or else you're out of the tournament.
How are we gonna come up with the money? I've been training Pabu to do circus tricks. I'll figure something out. I always do. Come on, see Pabu the fantastic fire ferret.
oh wow!
Yeah, pretty impressive.
You can come back here and put money right in this. Okay, that's fine. 1 yuan down.
Hey, Bolin.
Hey there, Shady Shin.
Shady Shin.
I got an offer for you. Lightning Bolt Zolt is looking to hire some extra muscle. You game?
Jesus, what is
that
this?
working?
Charging up something.
Firebenders shooting electricity to
Well, yeah, shooting the lightning.
power source.
Hey, I found some work down at the power plant. Bolin?
It's a nice little apartment they got, huh?
Got a nice view.
I bet the little lovebird is making a house call.
Yeah, the training.
Was that their
facility.
training facility?
Yeah.
Good. Light on your feet.
Wow.
Oh, that's an
Hey.
improvement.
Korra, is that the handsome firebender boy that drives you crazy? Does he drive you crazy in a bad way? Or does he drive you crazy like you like him?
Just
Oh,
Nice and slow.
You seen Bolin?
I haven't seen him since practice.
Bolin has a knack for getting into stupid situations.
Let me help you. We can take Naga, my best friend, and a great tracker.
Not
Oh,
not
no.
gonna work here anymore anyway.
Polar bear dog. Somehow that makes perfect sense.
I'll take that as a compliment, city boy.
City boy.
I want a polar bear dog.
Well, I think everybody does.
I would take an appa before a polar bear.
Yeah,
Dog. Although an appa would be harder to take care of, require more space.
that's true.
I would take Momo.
My memory is a little foggy.
You're good, Scoochie.
Yeah, I seen him. Shady Shin showed up and flashed some serious cash. All the triads are muscling up for something real big.
Sounds like there's a turf war brewing, and Bolin's about to get caught right in the middle of it.
No.
Uh-oh.
It's interesting. There's so much stuff going on outside of the Avatar.
I beat up some of those yahoos when I got into town. Whoa, Naga!
Oh, no, there's this fire ferret.
Yep.
That's Pabu!
Pabu's a friend, not a snack.
Aww.
There are usually thugs posted out front. We better be cautious.
Jesus.
That's not good.
Naga, come!
All right, let's see how fast Naga can move.
Yep. See what kind of speed we got here. All right, ripping up the roads again.
A little bit of city damage.
Yep. Oh no! The old Bolo.
Don't
This dude's
use
pretty
anger.
agile. Oh, the double back hook kick.
Oh.
Oh, no, they don't pressure points.
Mm-hmm.
Must be friends with Chosen.
Good call. These guys aren't even using bending. Oh!
Babu.
I can't bend.
It'll wear off. Those guys were chi blockers. They're Amon's henchmen.
That anti-bending guy with the mask?
He's the leader of the Equalists.
We need that tracker creature that we had in the original.
Yep.
Prince Zuko paid off to get.
I have an idea.
Here, get some water for the polar bear Labrador.
I ran into an Equalist protester over there.
So they're just hanging out until somebody comes back?
Why is Bolin running around with a triple threat triad anyway?
We used to do some work for them back in the day.
Are you some kind of criminal?
I did what I had to do to survive.
Can I ask what happened to your parents?
They were mugged by a firebender. He cut them down right in front of me. I was 8. Bolin's the only family I have left. Equality now!
That's the guy.
It's you again!
Hey.
My friend got kidnapped by some chi blockers. Where'd they take him?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think you do.
Witness the revelation tonight, 9 o'clock.
I have no idea what happened to your friend, but if he's a bender, then my bet is he's getting what's coming to him.
Where's it happening?
What's going on over there?
The avatars are pressing us!
Oppressing us.
Oppressing? We're being oppressed!
Bet the information is hidden on here somehow.
It's a puzzle?
It's a map.
Bingo. That must be where it's going down. This is the place.
Nobody will recognize us
He's
now.
still she's got the red scarf.
Yeah.
We'll attract less attention this way.
This is a private event.
That's our guy.
This?
The revelation is upon us.
Well, Kevin Michael Richardson doesn't let just anybody in.
Does such great work. He's in
I knew
every.
a lot of people hated benders.
Oh.
I've never seen so many in one place.
Jesus.
Your hero,
He comes up through the floor.
My family and I lived on a small farm, and none of us were benders. This made us very easy targets for the firebender who extorted my father. That firebender took my family from me. He took my face. The Avatar has recently arrived in Republic City. She would tell you that bending brings balance to the world. She is wrong. It has been the cause of every war in every era. The spirits have acted as guardians of our world, and they have spoken to me.
I'm sure.
Just me.
They have granted me a power that will make equality.
It's convenient.
Yep.
Power to take a person's bending away.
Oh.
For a demonstration.
Oh, no.
Leader of the triple threat triad.
Boo yourself.
Let's see, from Goodfellas or what?
I will give Zolt the chance to fight to keep his bending.
You're gonna regret doing that, pal.
Your firebending is gone.
Wow.
That's going to be huge.
New era of equality has begun.
He's almost done it similar to Avatar, but he comes from behind.
Yeah.
See those machines? They're powered by water and steam. If you create some cover, I can grab Bolin without anyone seeing.
Oh, don't get caught up.
Yeah. Hopefully everybody's watching their performance.
It's not enough.
Hey, you.
Uh,
What are you doing back here?
oh, I bet he's going to smash one of them pipes. There you go.
This should be enough.
Hello, Amon, sir.
That's a lot of steam.
You all right? Mako!
Oh my God, let's get out of here.
Let's move.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, look at that, like, pack he's got on his back.
Yeah, it's got to be supplying him with something. Oh, that's probably for the, well, no, they're not connected.
This dude is good. He's real good.
There's no place in the world for you anymore.
Oh!
I wouldn't count us out just yet. Naga!
It's like an old facial expression.
Let her go. She's the perfect messenger to tell the city of my power.
Are you all right?
I saw Amon. He can take people's bending away.
Only the Avatar has ever possessed that ability.
I saw him do it.
This means the revolution is more dangerous than ever. No bender is safe.
Gosh, they get you so good with these cliffhangers. Oh, man.
Jeez.
That was only episode 3, and it feels like we're so deep into this story already, and so much has happened. You know, we've got pretty much one of the ultimate bad guys now with Amon, who can permanently take away bending, as we saw. Now, here's the thing that I have trouble with now. His henchmen could take away bending temporarily. Do I think Amon has the ability? Maybe, but he could have been playing it up for the crowd, because it isn't like those the Italian guys who are the henchmen for the triads. It isn't like they had a chance to to heal up or whatever like Korra did. So there's maybe a little smoke and mirrors there with what Amon's doing, but I don't know. The guy seems pretty hardcore, and what's interesting is we're kind of used to seeing like the low-level henchmen get taken out relatively easy, and that's not the case at all here. Like, every one of these guys is giving our heroes a bit of a run for their money. I mean, outside of Korra being able to kind of come up from behind and hit him with some bending that they're not expecting. We saw what happened when they went one-on-one with them. I mean, they got rocked. So, man, they're gonna have to figure out something here, and I mean, I don't know, because Korra's, I don't want to say she's at her peak with bending, but we saw she's awfully skilled already. Now, she doesn't have air yet, but all the other skills, she seems like she's almost maxed out. I mean, maybe that's a little foolish to say this early in the series, but it certainly seems like it.
See, I think the problem with her is right now is she's still like going with anger into fights. That's why she only used firebend, and she did not use earth at all in that first fight, where she could have used earth and found a way to get water involved to be able to use those as well as not just fire. It's still about her learning that, hey, there's more than just one at a time. We saw her actually make it through the spinning doors, which was amazing. And then of course we had to get some comedy in there and get her cousins get the kids ripping on her. Oh, is that the guy that drives you crazy in the good way or the bad way? So at least they had a little bit of fun in here until we saw that this is some serious bad guy stuff coming up, that he can possibly take away your power. We don't know for how long. Yeah. Because we did see that he did grab the forehead. Now remember when Aang did it, he did the forehead, but then you saw the yin and the yang and the whole shebang come up.
It's a lot bigger deal.
So it was huge. It wasn't just a quick instantaneous thing. It took that Aang as a pure spirit to be able to take it away. So we'll have to see where this plays out. But yeah, this is really good so far. And then she told J.K. Simmons about the plan too, and we're gonna see.
Yeah, Mason Quinn had brought it up earlier. This just seems like so much action just for the first 3 episodes. I think because it was a follow-up to a world we've already been introduced to, they could kind of just go right into it. We know about the avatars. We know about all the bending, air, water, earth, and fire. And so there's been an established kind of storyline already this is just a continuation. So I feel like it's a natural fit for them to go into the kind of action they are, and you don't feel like things have been skipped over. It was interesting because Avatar: The Last Airbender was obviously about how the Fire Nation was so much more powerful than all the other nations, and also significantly more aggressive. Built a bigger army, and now it's completely different as we have people who just want to get rid of bending altogether. As to whether that was kind of smoke and mirrors for the audience, hard to say. Now, of course, if the people that he took the bending away from were to come back and say, hey, see, we still have the power, then that guy's whole movement kind of loses steam. And so I'm of the mindset that he actually found a way to do it permanently. Now, who knows if it's permanent, because even if it's, look, maybe it's an hour, maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's a year, maybe he's just doing what his henchmen did to a further extent. So unless he's been doing it forever, who knows whether the power can be taken away. But it's interesting, he also went back and told his backstory that he lost his family to firebenders. Now, obviously, we know, having gone through the original series, that the Fire Nation went through a long period of time where they were nasty people. Yep. So, you know, he can't really hold every bender now responsible for things that the Fire Nation had done in the past. But it gives us backstory, and it lets us know, why is this guy angry? Why does he want to go after benders, and why does he want to get rid of them? Now, of course, he says it's, you know, they want everybody to be equals. They want everybody to be equals, and it's like, well, it's
Except
nice
that he's the only one who can do it. The spirit spoke to him.
What else is he capable of? And look, you have to be pretty leery anytime somebody says, "Oh, well, the spirit spoke to me directly." Not, "Hey, this is my interpretation of things that I've read and historical this and that and that and this." This is the guy saying, "Spoke to me directly, chose me," and this is some weird culty type stuff. But as with a lot of situations in the real world, he's amassed a big following and gotten people to get behind his cause. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. But wow, I mean, 60 episodes, 52 episodes,
52
episodes, and it is this hot.
49.
And episode 3, I mean, I think we're in for a hell of a ride.
Absolutely.
I couldn't agree more with that. I'm definitely looking forward to this ride. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.